Hi everybody! How is everyone? I hope everyone is doing well and ready for another Make Art Monday. I decided today we'd do resist paintings, and I don't know if you've ever heard of resist paintings before, but resist kind of, it means what it sounds like, resisting. Resist paints are when we take something that resists paint, like acrylic, something that's like acrylic or plastic based or wax based. Crayons are wax based, so they make great mediums for resist paintings. The other part of resist paintings, besides the part that resists, is the watercolor. So watercolor paints and crayons is what you need for today to make this painting or project that we're going to work on today. I thought it would be fun to do something with trees. Where I live, it's cold and springtime still, and the buds are just starting to come out on the trees. So I was inspired by the shapes of the trees against the sky, and especially the sunset sky. It's really, really pretty. So that's kind of where I'm going with this right now. I'm thinking I'm going to use a black crayon for the trees. If you want to use a dark green crayon, a brown crayon, or a gray crayon, or any other dark color for the tree part of your drawing, your resist painting, that's fine. That's a great idea. The other thing you need is a white crayon, and the white crayon I'm going to use, I'll show you, but I'm going to use for the wind. And the white is going to match the white paper, so when I paint on top of it, you'll just see the white lines afterwards. I'm going to use my phone here to keep my crayons from rolling away. So the white part will be the wind, and it will create a little bit of lines so you see wind after we paint on top of that. So let's just get right into it. Okay, I cut a piece of watercolor paper in half so I would have two smaller pieces to work with to show you two different ways to do this. The first way I thought of doing this was making a tree right in the middle of the paper and then doing the resist painting, around it, which is one way. And then I thought another way would be to do the trees on the side and have the resist painting in the middle. Both will be interesting compositions, I think. So let's just get to it. Okay, so I'm going to use black because I just really like the idea of black crayon for my trees. So my first tree will be in the middle of my paper, and I'm just going to make a tree shape. And I'm just going to add a whole bunch of thickness to this tree. And it's just growing right up out of the ground, and you don't have to color in all the bottom part. You can just leave it like branches and roots or grass. You can leave it loose, make the trunk thick, and then make those branches interesting. I'm giving my branches some thickness, but then I'll also break them off up here, make them crisscross over, and reach out and up like a tree in spring. Make them all wiggly and imperfect, because trees, you know, although sometimes we think things in nature are perfect, trees are definitely not perfect. Go outside and take a good look at a tree. Tell me if you think it's perfect. I'm not so sure you'll see it. I mean, yes, nature has a certain perfection, but it's not perfect. Alright, so there's my one tree in the middle of my paper. So I'm going to do the other style that I talked about, having trees on the side. So what that's going to look like is I'm going to have a tree over here. You can do it on just one side if you want. I'm going to do another one on this side as well. So here we go. Lots of branches. Now, if you want to be, I'm being really fast here because I just want to get to show you what we're doing. If you want to be a little more meticulous and slow and precise and draw prettier branches than I am, because I'm just throwing branches on the tree here. But if you want to draw them a little more artsy, if you want to add buds on your trees, like the flower buds outside that you'll see on your tree branches maybe, or if you want to just draw the beginnings of leaves, or even if you want to add leaves on your branches, you can do that too. But I'm just going to stick with my quick branches here and my quick trees just to show you what we're doing. Okay, so now I have my tree in the middle and my tree on the sides. And I need to do more drawing before we start painting here. So I'm going to take my white crayon. Once I get going here, it's going to be hard for me to see where exactly I put this down. So I kind of have to remember where I drew my lines and not draw too many. So I'm just going to draw maybe 5 lines to start. Maybe 5 to 7. So I want my wind on this one to be swirly. So I'm just going to draw some big swirls. And again, it's going to be hard for you to see because I'm drawing in white crayon on white paper. But if you watch here, let me turn my paper like this so you can see. I'm going to do a swirl, a swirl, a swirl, a swirl, and a swirl. So I did one here, I did one here, 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 and here. Can't see them. It's really hard to see them. I can't even see them. So I'm just going to have to trust myself that they're there. And on this one, instead of swirls, I think I'm just going to do some wiggly lines across to kind of be like wind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I like odd numbers, so there's 7. I did 7. Can't see them. It's going to be really hard. But once we get to going with the watercolor, you'll be able to see them. All right, so here we go. So you just need like a big fat wash brush for this. If you don't have a wash brush, you can use a flat brush, whatever you have at home. I have my big old palette of watercolors here that I love. You can see, because I use them. You can see all the drips everywhere. My little cups of water. Can you see my water? There you go. Okay, here we go. Oh, also on the side, you can't see it. I have a rag. I always have towels. I have rags. Look at my rags. My paint covered rags. You definitely better have a towel around when you got water. Okay, so here we go. Get some water. I'm gonna use, ooh, what colors do I want to use? I didn't even think about it. I'm gonna use orange. So I'm gonna get this cake wet. So I can pick up, and now I can see that it's nice and juicy in here, so I can pick up some paint. So I'm gonna do this and pick up some paint. I'm gonna work on my swirls first. Wonder if we can see where my swirls are. Oh, there's one. I'm gonna keep this kind of wishy. I'm gonna add another color. Get my cake nice and wet so I can pick up some color. And I'm going to try and blend these colors together. Oh, there's one of my swirls. I'm going to start another color. Get this paint cake nice and wet. Yes, I'm calling it a cake. I don't know why. I don't know why we artists call watercolor paint cakes cakes, but we do. Alright, so I've got blue going over here. Ooh, there's the swirl. And I can paint right on top of the tree. I can paint right on top of the swirls, and nothing's going to happen to them. Now I'm looking at my swirls. I see my one swirl here, but I really don't see it right there. I guess I should have pressed a little bit harder. Live and learn, right? That's how we learn. We do stuff. And then we think, oh, I should have done it this way, or I should have done it that way. No matter. Alright. More colors. This is definitely looking like a fall sky in my neck of the woods. I don't know about where you guys live, but the fall evening skies definitely are colorful around here. Alright, now I'm starting to get muddy. Alright, I better stick with one color up here and then call this one done. Okay, Okay. So this one, even though it's so wet on top, there we go. See? Let me see if you can see my swirls. There's one, and there's one. Can you see my swirls on there? There you go. I should have pressed a little harder with the white crayon to get a better swirl. Because I have one over here, but it's not real vivid. Alright, so there's that. What do you think? You like it? And now because I'm holding it up, my water's running down the side. So I'm just going to dab a little bit of that off. And you can do that with watercolor. Alright, so I'm going to set that aside to dry. Boom! And work on this one. So maybe I'm going to take my white crayon and look where my lines were. I did wiggly lines for this one, so I think I'm going to try thicker ones. Let's see where they are. Oh, there they are. I'm holding my paper so the light catches the shininess. So when I hold my paper, I don't know, at this certain angle for me, I can really see where my crayon lines are. Just going to work some more lines in here. Oh, that's better. And this one up here. Alright, so the white crayon picked up some of the black, but that's alright. Okay. I added a couple more lines to stay with my odd number, because I like odd numbers. In art, I like odd numbers in art. Okay. In math, I like even numbers. Why? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to clean that up a little bit. Here we go. Here's my next one. I am going to do like a really deep purple on the bottom and then work my way up. There we go. We're getting a little more resist that way. I'm sure you can see that. You see? Can you see that? Ooh, it's too shiny. My light is too shiny. There's my lines. You see them? Alright, let's see. There's my blue. What should I do now? I'll do dark orange. And overlap the color a little bit. And then I'll do light orange. Awesome. Okay, and then I'll do yellow on top. Okay. Just gonna swish this around. There we go. Perfect. Rinse that brush, pat it dry, put it back, and then I got my next one. So that one's the better. Got some better resist lines going. My paper's very curly because of the watercolor. Let me try here. There. What do you think? Do you like it? Which way do you like it? 2 trees on the side or 1 tree in the middle? Anyway, so that's it. That's my resist painting for the day. I hope you enjoy. I hope you get outside, look at some trees near you, or in pictures maybe online if you can't get outside. And I hope you try and do a watercolor painting. This is called a resist painting. So enjoy. Bye.